Yeah. Yo, Envy, we live? Get on my Ray J. Are we live?
Check. I know we not live right now. Are we live? Okay, well fuck this motherfucker anyway. Live on the air.
Yo, I can't believe you hadn't seen that.
I hadn't seen that.
That's really crazy.
There's a whole lot of Ray J history I've not been aware of or I've not seen.
Yo, Envy, we live? But you seen the sex tape.
Like I've not seen the sex tape.
You haven't seen the sex tape?
No.
How have you not seen the sex tape?
I have no interest in seeing that motherfucker's dick. I have none whatsoever.
Well, that's not why you watch the sex tape as a heterosexual
or
male.
Anything involving Kim Kardashian, really. Even her naked. She's such an empty-headed nothing. I had no interest in seeing her get fucked.
So you mean to tell me that you see Kim Kardashian and all of the sexiness that she is?
She
no, let me finish.
There's no brain
and you
there.
don't think to yourself, I'd like to hit it? How did we even get here? Cause I swear I don't recognize shit here. What a great intro. Yes, I killed that. You almost fucked it up. You start coming back like we was already on topics. No,
Get this shit over here. Get this shit out of the camera.
Don't start talking topics yet. I'm trying to set up a hit it.
We don't have any topics.
We do. We got so many.
All right, name one.
Hitting it with Kim Kardashian.
No,
Keeping up with the cheeks.
I would never hit it. I won't say I would.
You
never.
a guy.
Cause she is a multi-millionaire.
You know what? People like you are the people that piss me off in life.
It would be worth it for some notoriety and some cheddar, more than anything else. Although I'd have to get out quick because she would ruin my life.
She didn't do it. I told you it was the other Kardashians.
Just like the the Kardashians ruined.
She didn't ruin
lives.
the other guys' lives. It wasn't her. It was her sisters.
Kanye though, you don't think Kanye would?
Kanye was crazy before he got to her. He's ruining her life.
Kanye was crazy before, and I think the death of his mother is what perpetuated his
it had a lot to do
spiral
with it.
more than Kim.
I think any and everybody would agree with that.
But
even Kanye.
But that's still too close to the fire. Like that's still too close.
Icarus flying too close to the sun.
Right, that's too close to the lip of the volcano. Like I don't need to.
Hey, are we sponsored yet?
We are not sponsored yet.
So I can still drink this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, and we're not like trying to monetize this yet.
We can't monetize it anywhere yet.
Oh, okay.
How do we even get here? YouTube channel doesn't have enough followers or watch time.
Oh.
And we don't have any sponsors anywhere else. And I don't think there is a way to monetize shit on Instagram. So you're in charge of that.
So you're telling me you can? Yeah. Speaking of that, I should probably do something. It's been a while.
Drop some audio clips.
Got a lot of clips. Oh no, I know. I got a lot of clips. I'd be like, yeah, I gotta look that up, and put that here. I even said during the episode, I'm gonna clip this for sure, and then I don't clip it.
And you don't clip it.
Mm-mm. You know what keeps happening though? Because my phone's memory is low. That's what happens. I'll go to clip one and I'll record like, oh, this is funny. I'm gonna just use a IGTV, and then when I go to do it, it didn't record, and then it'll just stop, and I'll be so mad. Then I don't want to listen to it all over again to find the exact perfect clip I want.
Honestly, the best way to do it is to just do it on your computer, and then email it to yourself and open the email on your phone.
That's true. That's very true. Or just send it like Apple does, a little airdrop thing.
Yeah.
Because that works out real well. Yeah, it's quick. But it just catches me off guard all the time because I forget, and then I'll be like, oh, we got 3 new followers on Get Here Pod. I didn't even talk to the old followers. I should probably say something. So that's me slacking. I can admit when I'm wrong. This is my fault. I can be better.
This is your sorry for 2004?
The 2000.
I ain't gonna. You don't remember that one?
Damn right, I remember that song.
Did you
hear the first note?
Ruben Studdard's first hit.
First off, that shit was hard.
Was it?
Yeah.
The softest of all R&B songs.
They called him the cuddly teddy bear or some shit. That was what they used to call him.
Yeah, because he was a big old teddy bear. But that song was terrible. That song was awful.
No, that song was amazing.
That song was terrible. I'm glad I LimeWired that shit. I'm glad I didn't pay for that shit.
2004. And I ain't gonna mess up no more this year. I will make this real clear. Yeah, to make it real clear. I'm sorry for me. That was the shit.
That
was the greatest lyrics I've ever heard.
Terrible song.
Those lyrics were amazing.
That was awful.
We should be a terrible R&B group.
We should be.
Like that sings below average, but also is extremely entertaining.
But see, R&B isn't in no more. Like
that's a good point.
People aren't fucking with R&B.
They're not flocking to it, but they're not fucking with our podcast.
That's because they don't know about our podcast.
That's fair.
People
That's
know
fair.
about R&B. They're just fucking with that terrible trap rap, which again, you should just go ahead and parody and become famous because it would probably be the same as anything that's out right now.
Yeah, hey, hold on, hey, wait, hey, hold on, hey, yeah, long day, yeah, that's so hard to do.
Oh,
okay, see how you did, that's what I needed, that's what I be missing, the background, because that's what they do. Yeah, Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday, Sunday, hey, life, because we not sponsored anyway. So I shout out something different like every other day. Shouts to black.com. Yeah, shouts to black.com.
That's too fast. It's too fast.
Black.
You got remember, you got to rap like you're on Xanax.
Or you can rap like this too. They do that too. That's another flow that they do. They rap with this flow right here too. Either it's slow or they do it like this and they just stretch words out and just do it like that. Exactly. Now you got it. So it's one of the two. And they say, hey, when they do that. That's the Migos flow.
Yeah.
Migos do that shit for sure.
Fucking just do it. Just parody that shit and become
can't
famous
do it.
already.
Did you
I
hear-
told you, I'd be your turtle, dog. I told you.
You know what's crazy
I
though?
will drive you around getting your leftovers.
I don't know. I don't know if you caught it, but even when I was trying
Can
to
you
do
get
that,
laid without Vince? That's the question. Do I give a fuck? That's the answer.
that's fair. That's
fucking
fair.
mantra for life.
But here's the thing, though.
Shout out to Turtle.
Here's the thing, though. Yo, I can't shout out to Turtle no more because Turtle is the dude that was in Power, right? He was Proctor. I think he was Proctor in Power.
I think he was in Power.
I saw him get eliminated in a foul way. They tore his ass up something decent.
Well, that's on the show though.
Yeah,
That
but
had nothing to do-
no. The way that was for all that pussy he got that wasn't his. That's why he got that kind of ending. They fucked him up.
Hey, possession is 9/10 of the law. That pussy was exactly his. Okay.
It was not the way they did him in Power.
More pussy. He got more pussy. That he owned more pussy than drama.
Not the way they did it in Power. That was terrible. The way he went out. He was an honest man. Except for he let his wife die at one time.
That was his fucking problem. He was too honest.
What?
Should have been rolling around Hollywood scamming girls for weed.
Oh, I know what I was gonna say. I don't even need to say
Sitting
it.
here trying to sound like Turtle. I don't have nearly as many jerseys as Turtles does.
Yeah, you're not
but I'm
getting
working
that
on that hat game though.
I have
a bunch of hats.
I have an extensive hat game.
I'm working on that hat game.
My hat game is real, and now that I'm like shaving it for real, now that I've committed to like my old guy look officially, because I actually shaved this shit. This was like down like my Morpheus thing.
Hey, you looking like Bad News Brown now.
Hey, whatever. I'll take it. I got a beard. I can grow a beard, so I'm cool.
Yeah.
I'm cool. And it's gonna grow bigger. As I get older, it's gonna get bigger and it'll turn gray eventually, salt and pepper, whatever, all that. I'm cool. It works.
See, the problem with hats for me is that when my hair is short like this, I like to like show off the fact that my hair is short like this.
But see, that's kind of my problem even with a bald head.
Like my hats won't come out until my hair is in that stage where I should cut it, but I'm too lazy to cut it.
And where you shouldn't be wearing hats because
Right.
it comes off weird when you take it off. Now your hair look real fucked up.
Yeah, well, that's why you never take it off.
I always took mine off somehow. It always
Never
ended up
take it
coming
off.
Like when I do shows and shit, I used to hate. I was looking at my last performance, matter of fact, like earlier this week because it popped up as a memory or whatever after my birthday or whatever. And I'm like, I look at this shit and I'm like, I never took that hat off. Because I saw before, we did a live before where I was like sponsored, hey, make sure y'all come out, da da da. Basically did a commercial. And I had the hat off and the haircut was fresh. I was like, ooh, I'm clean out this motherfucker. Man, I watched the performance. I had a hat on the whole time. I even flipped the hat around. I never took the shit off. I was like,
Never.
That's a goddamn wait. And I paid like, if I remember correctly, I paid almost $40 for the haircut. Because I think I paid $30 in actual price, and then I gave like a $10 tip.
Oh, because it was your pre-performance cut.
I was pissed. Yeah, I put extra. I was like, yo, I want you to make the beard look right. I mean, I'm talking like, the junk better be like.
Did you know you would wear a hat, though?
No. I think I did, but I didn't think it out. Like, I don't know. That's why I was so mad when I looked back at the video. I was like, what was I doing? Like, why was this a thing? You know what I mean? So,
like, 'cause there's something to getting a fresh cut. It makes you feel better.
does.
Obviously, it gives you the confidence, right? But also, it depends on what you're doing with that cut. If you're just gonna put it under a hat, then
right.
it doesn't matter.
It's pointless. And that's my thing. Like, see, I'm being vulnerable for a second here, right? Because my hairline's fucked up, right? I don't know if anybody knew that out there in Hollywood land. Don't rub me. Don't rub me. I'm warm. Stop.
Oh, baby.
Don't touch me, man. But see, this becoming a consistent thing, and he gonna stop touching me. But here's the thing.
Don't try to Me Too me right here on this fucking podcast.
It's true.
It's not true.
You were rubbing my
This
leg.
is
when you
consensual.
oh my god, he's doing it again. Stop touching me.
You
And
know
he does it
what?
so soft. That's
You know
the thing
what?
that makes me uncomfortable.
That I'm
if he
so
was
soft?
like, if he was like this, it'd be like, all right, it's like a
You hear that, lady?
massage or something.
I'm so soft.
That,
You hear that?
He is very soft.
You hear that?
He's very marshmallowy everywhere around.
Got the soft. Shut up and continue. Continue.
Oh,
Your
you want
damn
me to just
story.
go? Okay.
Continue your damn story.
All right, so I was talking about vulnerability.
Before I unplug the fucking headphones.
I was talking about
Cut this whole
vulnerability.
shit off. sever all these fucking cords
I can
right
keep
here.
going. I got more. Wait, I got
Sever
another one.
all these fucking.
The next one is hilarious.
What are these things that you've never said in bed?
The next one is
I can
hilarious.
keep going. I got more.
That's fair. I don't think I ever said that.
I'm sure you
I
have.
never needed to. Never
I'm
needed
sure you
to.
have.
They were like, please give some back.
It was
Listen,
three
man.
minutes, then you rolled over and nodded off to sleep.
Nah, like 2.5. You know,
2.5, yeah, okay.
2:45.
I mean, shit, you don't need much more. What the fuck you showing off for?
In
This
the
ain't
30s, you know.
It's like the Olympics.
There's no relays.
Motherfuckers got to work in the morning.
Maybe it should be a relay at
I
this
got
point.
3-4 hours to give you anymore.
Yo, in the fucking.
You got 30 pumps.
I was thinking
That's
about
all the
Branson.
fuck you gonna get.
I was thinking about
That's all the
Branson.
fuck I got.
That's actually like probably your best impersonation that you do. That one's really solid. Like I had my eyes closed and I was like, shit.
Almost as well. Let's make sure I don't.
What's your other one?
Let's make sure I don't whip that out when I swipe right on Nessa from BLK.
That might be weird for her.
That might be weird for her.
I think she'll
be on top of her
instantly-
like, ooh, Nessa. Ooh, nah,
Why you gotta get so creepy?
You know I'm in this motherfucker. Hey! Does it feel good?
This is why we will never. This is why we will never prosper.
Does it feel good in a motherfucker?
Not only as a podcast, but as black men.
Give
What
me
you're
them
doing
milk and
now.
cookies, baby.
Oh my god! Listen, man. I was just trying
Give
to
me
tell
them
you.
goddamn cookies.
Oh Jesus Christ! This is why I was talking about vulnerability, guys. I remember still. I'm tired, and I still remember. I was talking about the hair, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the thing. I'm not one of those guys who doesn't understand. You know what I mean? I knew for years that it was coming, right? We getting close. Like, I'm like, in the morning, when you start doing this shit in the morning and you ain't got no hat on, it ain't like you looking for a logo and your logo is starting to appear up here and you like,
Heredity.
right? You like,
Like you've seen it in your family.
I start seeing my grandfather's face up here, but it's his hair. Actually, I'm like, oh god damn it, granddad, you fucked me up. Oh, cause my pop still got dreads. It's crazy. Nigga sent me a picture this week.
Where's the hair? Where's his hairline though? Is he got the
It's back.
Stevie?
It's
Got
back.
the Stevie Wonder dreads?
He does, but it's not like he does, but not though. If that makes sense. Like,
Also, can we talk about the disrespect for Stevie Wonder? Now,
Which part?
I've heard
that he's
stories.
not blind thing?
I've heard the stories, like because
I just watched the video
my
on this
dad
week.
actually told me stories about Stevie being kind of an asshole.
Mhm.
But
Never heard that about
is
Stevie,
he an
though.
asshole enough for people to leave him on stage in the middle of the VMAs like Will Smith did? I'll never
Don't do
forget
that to
that.
Will Smith.
I'll never forget that. You and Drew Hill left Stevie on stage for no damn reason. And also, was he an asshole enough for nobody to tell him, Stevie, just shave it off. The dreads gotta go, dog. Your hairline is in the back, at the top of your head. It looks terrible.
That's his
Just
vibe.
let it go. Just
okay,
let it go,
here's
dog.
my question.
Was there no hairdresser, makeup artist that's like, can we cut these off? Like,
No.
are we
Here's
done?
the thing. Here's the thing that I need to know.
Is we done or is we finished, Stevie?
That's a good question. But here's the thing. The thing with hair and dreads specifically is that they start in one spot and then they stay there until you remove them. Stevie's had dreads since like the 70s
Yeah.
or at least the 80s.
I think Songs in the Key of Life.
Let's give them early 80s, right? How did the dreads go back? Because he started from here. I'm pretty
They
sure.
probably just gradually fell the fuck out.
No. But they be looking full from about this point. But how did they? Because you don't just start dreading from the middle of your head at some point. You don't start over. You know what I'm saying? So how, per se, did he get the beach effect where it went back steadily? That's what I'm confused by. Because that hairstyle shouldn't do that. It's not possible unless you
did.
start after.
It
But
did.
how though? But Brent, how? Physics. I don't understand.
I don't know, dog.
I don't understand. I feel like if I'd have kept my fro from the beginning, right? And I'd have just braided it from way back. Like I used to have a big ass fro. You seen the picture? Big ass fro. If I'd have kept that fro, would it have started to thin out? Yes, it would have started to thin out. But guess what? It still would have been where it was until I cut it, and then the hair would have got weird, right? Because that's what happens. But how do you do that shit with dreads? They're locks. That's the whole point.
I'm not a scientist. I don't know.
That shit is crazy. That might be crazier than him not actually being blind. Because I keep hearing about it.
Nah, he's probably.
I watched the videos, man. He asked Kurt Franklin to FaceTime him. They was talking on the phone. He was on speaker. He said, hey, you got FaceTime? Hey, let's FaceTime. Kurt was showing him all the posters. Look, I had this picture of you on my wall and all that shit. Steve was like, it was crazy. It was fucking creepy. Then another, it might have been you that told me that he he got in the driver's side of somebody's car. He was like, all right, let's go. He was in the driver's side and put the shit in reverse. Was that you that told me that?
I don't know, but that sounds like a funny ass story.
So basically,
That sounds like a great story.
I don't remember who he was
I don't
with.
remember that story, but that sounds fantastic.
I don't remember who he was with, but Stevie He's like, all right, man, let's go to the store. They're like, all right, good, yeah, let's do it. Da, da, da. So they go outside. Stevie goes to the driver's side. He just walks to the driver's side, like, real casually, no, like, extra shit. It's his house. He knows his car's parked. He's done that walk a million times, I'm sure. So he's just like, right to the driver's side, sits down, gets in the car, starts adjusting the rear view. Dude looking at him like, hey, yo, Stevie, what the fuck, man? Like, can you see? And I think they said he put it in reverse and started backing up. He was like, I'll just play it. And parked it. But dude was like, I wish I could remember who it was.
That's a funny ass joke.
It was it was hilarious. But I think he was being serious. I think Stevie actually did that. And Stevie's joke was the funny one. Because the guy, I think, was a comedian, I want to say. But I cannot put my finger on who it was. But that shit had me weak.
That sounds like
a Steve Harvey joke. It really does.
Story.
It really does, and it might be, honestly. I can't remember.
This motherfucker back.
It does sound like a Steve Harvey.
See,
story.
actually, now I'm sounding like Godfrey doing Steve Harvey. I'm not actually sounding like Steve Harvey.
It was loud too, because that shit's coming right through here.
I was not actually sounding like Steve
You
Harvey.
made me turn the volume down because I don't want that.
I haven't actually. See, that's because I haven't actually heard Steve Harvey in so long because I stopped listening to his bullshit years ago.
Well, and they kicked him off TV.
They didn't kick him off. He went off. He was like the #1 talk show on TV.
They got his ass about it
at that point. For what?
I can't remember. I heard this story too. It was like a bunch of. Weren't we around each other when that happened? Wasn't that earlier this year, or was it like last year at some point?
A year or two ago, maybe.
That
is showing.
I don't know where all my thoughts are.
I didn't know there was any controversy.
Nah,
all I knew about Steve Harvey was
he got like 3 shows pulled at once.
He had all these divorces, and he was telling everybody how to get married, but he had like 6 or 7 divorces.
Those are the best people.
Cheating on his wives and shit.
He's got the most experience. Those are the best people to learn from.
And rather than telling people, okay, from my experience, don't ever get married, and let me tell you why I don't ever get married, he was like, yeah, no, get married and love and love and love and love and love and all that other shit.
Think like a man.
Right. $1 billion movie.
That movie was awesome.
$1 billion movie.
Second one wasn't bad.
Launched Kevin Hart into the mainstream.
He took off. Yeah, he was gone. Like, he was already building, but that one, they were like, he can be a real leading man. They were like, he can be a leading man for real. He said, hey, Miss Loretta. Somebody stripping tonight. That shit's hilarious. But Steve Harvey, by the way, he's one of them. He had the fake mushroom top for a long time.
He did.
Perfect hairline, all that shit. And all of a sudden, it was just bald. And I was like, what the hell? It's like, Steve Harvey bald? I had no idea.
I'd heard stories a year or two before he got rid of it. Because the problem was he never changed the style of it.
It was always perfect.
He never changed the style of it or the length of it, and times it changed.
Yep.
So it was always not always. So because he had his first show, Me and the Boys, in like '93, and he had a flat top. That was his Def Comedy.
That was the original look.
Then it curved when he came to Kings of Comedy and Steve Harvey show, and that never changed when the style changed.
Yep.
And that's when the rumors really came out, like, that motherfucker's got a wig on.
Well, the first person that I actually heard do it, one of the funniest comedy things I've ever personally heard, it was a radio show, and it was when Kevin Hart was on his rise, and he was on the Jamie Foxx show, the Foxhole or something. And that motherfucker, he got on Jamie Foxx about his hairline. And he was like, because he was joking, you short motherfucker. Jamie wasn't letting him talk. He was like just talking over him. Kevin was like, okay, like, I'm gonna get your ass. Keep going.
Because Jamie's hairline did start to go back.
Jamie's hairline's been fucked up for a minute, but Jamie does the shit, whatever that shit is to make your shit back here.
The replacement or whatever.
Something, yeah. He definitely, like, when he got his R&B career out of nowhere and his shit was right above his eyebrows out of nowhere, it was like, what the hell, Jamie? How the hell are you 20 again?
Jamie's hairline has never looked right.
No.
For all the money he's ever had and the Oscar and shit, his hair has never looked right.
At any point.
The
best it looked was that first album cover. Or it was technically the second album cover. But the whole point of that, Kevin was like, you know what? He was like, that's why you got a fake hairline. You and Steve Harvey. Fuck both of y'all. Something like that. And Jamie was like, and Kevin just like, you can hear him laughing, and everybody in the room was just like, oh, like, holy shit, he said that. And then Jamie's like, don't you talk about my friend like that. Don't talk about my friend. And next thing I know, like, probably a couple months later, Steve Harvey had to just bald out of nowhere.
Yeah, he had to do,
because I had never heard nothing about it.
But he didn't do it like it was a reveal, like he'd been bald the whole time. He did it like, I turned 50 and this is the strongest thing I could do. And it was an opaque black and white picture, and he was like, stronger than ever. And I'm glad God brought me to 50 and all this other horse shit. And it's like, no.
That's why he shaved it. That's why.
Like,
he did it.
no.
It wasn't because his hair was gone. He did it for the people.
Right. Yeah.
He did it for the people.
Yeah.
Now he's growing his beard too. He look alright with the little gray beard on the side. By the way, that's just kind of fresh.
Well, he had to do something with that stupid mustache of his.
Oh,
that
God,
stupid,
that was worse than
that
the hair.
stupid cop stash. That
Yeah,
he
yeah.
And that's another thing I don't understand.
That shit was terrible.
We're not so cops and that fucking mustache. I don't understand it. Like
I don't either.
that fucking
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
caterpillar
that
mustache.
nasty ass. Yeah.
It has looked shitty for the last 50 fucking years. And yet there are always cops that have that, and it's always only cops.
I'm not here to talk. I'm not here to talk
It's fucking
about
law enforcement
and porn stars in the
that
80s.
has that stupid fucking mustache.
Porn stars in the 80s had it
Nobody
too.
else. Porn stars?
In the 80s, they had that too.
Well, in the 80s. I'm talking about still today.
Well, it's just cops now.
Yes.
But it's like the 90s where everybody tucked their shirts in.
I had to stop tucking my shirt in.
I never did that. I thought that shit was so stupid. I'm lying.
Actually-
I'm lying. I did it in like 96.
Actually, that's not true.
When I played football, I tuck it in back in the day.
There were
why.
like in junior high school, like early high school, there were certain times where I did tuck it in, like if I wore like an overshirt, like if I wore like an over button down, but I opened it.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Oh,
then,
yeah.
But then it was
No.
like, but at a certain point, I was like, this looks corny, and I just
Yeah.
stopped doing it.
It's like a wife beater for me. If I got a wife beater, like that's tucked in typically. If I'm wearing a regular shirt with it, that's the only time you'll see me tuck something.
But
now.
it's like, actually, I don't like this, so I stopped.
What
doing
other
it.
random fashion faux pas did you do in your day? Because one of mine that I do occasionally now, and it'll make me laugh. Like I did it this weekend actually. I was in a grocery store and I knew I had to carry something, and I was fucking hot and I had a sweater on. I took the sweater off and I
Around
wrapped
your
it around my I wrapped it
your
around my
waist.
waist. I did the arms around the waist. And
I
I
did
tied them
that
tight.
when I was a little kid.
That used to be my shit when I was
was a
elementary.
little
I thought that
kid.
was the swag forever.
But I stopped really wearing sweaters like that, and like unless I'm like in a situation where like it's probably not coming off.
Where it's like cold.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So that just didn't become practical for me anymore. I still wear longer socks. I still wear the bunch up socks.
Yeah.
Even though everybody's like, oh, it's all about the ankle with the no show. I'm like, fuck those. Those feel terrible on my fucking ankles.
See, these work for me.
Like those, I hate them.
These work for me.
I never liked them
Because they breathe. You know what I'm saying?
I got introduced to those in like junior high, when we were doing, back to school thing,
Yeah.
trying to do a fashion change, and I fucking hated them.
Nah, they didn't work
I
for
went back
me.
to the tube socks.
Back then they didn't work for me because I used to wear basketball shoes a lot. And basketball shoes back then in that little area, there's something about the ankle area. They always would have some kind of itchy receipt thing or something like a tag that would like scratch your ankle. So
Oh, right, because you couldn't take anything off your shoe.
Right.
They were like hats.
Yeah, exactly.
They were
so
what
everything
hats,
was there.
They were what hats eventually became. You had to keep. I had
stickers
some
and shit.
lugs
Yep.
with the little leather,
Yep, the little chain
the leather
shit.
tag,
Yep.
and the little chain on them.
Yep. Big facts.
Yep.
Yo, to like probably like this is crazy to say, but probably like 2 years ago, I was still doing that shit on my hats, as I just had never taken them off. I actually like damn near 2 days ago, literally, I was wearing a hat and I took the shit off and I noticed there was a tag on it. I was like, what the fuck? I peeled it off. The shit had been on so long and it was like goo.
Yeah.
Like I peeled it off. I was like, it's like nasty looking.
Yeah, one of my Marvel hats still has the circle impression on the.
Oh yeah,
on the
yeah,
bill
because you get dirt as you walk around with the shit.
because
Yep.
it never came off.
Yep. It's weird, man. It's weird how that shit happens. But that's the socks wise. That's why I ended up doing that because like I used to wear the long socks. That was always my shit. I would get the long black socks. As I got older, shit just got hotter. Like I wear shoes and fucking feet be like, all right, because I never understood that. Like my hands never sweat, my feet never sweat. I'm never that guy.
Well,
but
I
as
feel
I got
like
older,
socks
it's like
I feel like especially the longer socks, they
they
got
got
thicker.
thick. They got super thick, like winter socks out
Yeah.
of nowhere. Because they used to be thin. I remember having thin black socks, but then you get holes in them. That was like the trade off. It's like you get those thin ass socks and they can breathe, but then they get holes in them. Now you got
Yeah.
this big ass sock and it's a sock puppet all of a sudden.
Right.
So it was kind of toss up.
Those would become rags. Those would be clean.
That's fair.
Clean,
I never-
dusty rags, shit like that.
I always just end up throwing the shit away because I just look at it, get pissed off, and toss it. I never even thought about it. But yeah, that's why I ended up transitioning to what I call footy socks. But now I went from those because the footy socks are a little weird. They do actually like slip off. I don't like having a sneaker on and I feel my shit slip off. Like, okay, this is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is going on down there? So now I got to the ankle socks. I'm like, all right, this works. This is riveting content, by the way.
Yeah,
Our
it is.
sock brands are like,
It is.
we're killing this sock
Yeah,
shit.
I was about to go into a comment on my shorts because these are actually the shorts that I like, the kind of
Those look-
polyester.
Yeah, I was gonna say those
kinds.
actually look comfortable.
But the problem is they're not available anywhere else. Most people now with the basketball shorts or whatever shorts you have on, it's this fucking cotton shit.
Yeah.
Now the cotton ones existed forever, but I always hated them because they were fucking clingy and they were hot. I always fucking hated them. I like the ones that feel smooth against you, but they fucking damn near don't exist anywhere. It's like why does everybody have this cheap bullshit?
Yeah.
And if I played basketball, I damn sure would probably not play basketball in these motherfuckers.
Right, we got those mesh shorts when I was in high school. We were the first crew with the mesh ones.
Yeah.
Right? And I thought them shits was amazing because my boy TJ, he was cloth ones.
He
had the cloth ones, right? Prior. And then he was like, damn, I wish I'd have got a pair of the mesh ones. For me, the mesh ones were amazing in 9th grade because we went from middle school in 8th grade, we had cloth ones at our middle school. Then we came up, we were the first year of them trying to like redesign the shits. But they was so like they would breathe so well. It was just like, oh man, this is great. Like I'm sweating, but I feel like free. Like I feel like I can move faster. Like everything was just, it felt good. It felt real good. But then like shortly after that, they went right back to like the cloth style. So I guess people like you were like, nah, I hate this shit. You know
I don't like the cloth ones either.
That's what do you want?
I like these type or the one the kind of the smoother. I guess poly blends are not silk, but like poly blends that they would have in the NBA. Like
but don't those
types.
Produce mad sweat though? Aren't those the kind of produce like a crazy amount of sweat? Because poly shit typically does that.
Nah.
Even polyamory produces.
Nah, or the jorts. I wish. Or jorts. I was mad John Cena killed the jort.
Man, I'm glad those.
I was mad John Cena killed the jort.
I actually had those.
Or the cargo shorts.
Cargo shorts I fucked with. I fucked with
I was mad John Cena killed those. Like fuck you, John Cena. Go back to tight shoes. Motherfucking.
Nah, those had to go.
They did not have to go.
They had to go.
They did not have to go. Stone Cold rocked the fuck out of those. And his was always too tight.
His was way too tight.
His was always too tight.
Because he had knee braces on. That was the only thing that made him seem like they were longer. He had a knee braces all the way up his thigh. So,
but like more than just they were short, they were doing this tight. Realistically. They were like painted on. No, like that motherfucker did the thing that you see on Instagram where the chicks would
right
jump up to get into the pants.
The weird thing about it is that like,
can you imagine being in the locker room watching Stone Cold hoist up his jean shorts to try to get over his ass?
Could you imagine
and you're sitting behind him and watching his ass try to jiggle into the shorts?
No, I'm not doing any of that. Can you imagine him in the ring
whooping
your ass after
beer that? And everything in him.
Can you imagine whooping your ass in the ring after that? You having to take all these bumps, and you like, I saw what you did.
And he tucked in his shirt. He always tucked in his shirt.
He was a sucker.
So the shirts were always tucked in, and you would see his ass jiggle as he tries to get into the. And you would see his ass jiggle.
What is wrong with you? Why are you looking at me? Like, what is up?
Because you got the Stone Cold look. I would imagine that you would feel kismet about seeing Stone Cold try to squeeze into a pair of jean shorts.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what's going on with Brent the last couple of weeks. He seems to be going through some kind of serious sexual frustration.
He
is taking a turn down the wild side. I don't know what the fuck's going on with him.
That's nothing new.
He keeps trying to put it on me, but if you've noticed, if you listen to the last couple podcasts,
you know what I'm trying to put on you?
Listen, he's doing it right now. He's trying to put something on me now.
Because you are having good fortune. And I think we've established that I hate it when you have good fortune.
The fortune stopped. I'm just chilling now.
I hate it when you're happy. I'm
not having good fortune anymore. I'm chilling now. I balanced out. I balanced out. It's not over the top good anymore.
It's not that I'd love to see you miserable. I just hate seeing you happy.
I mean, I guess I haven't won anything since my birthday. I lost in darts finally. I got bullseyed. Shouts to Erica because we were playing. I was 6-0.
Yeah, that 31's a motherfucker, ain't it?
Look, I was 6-0, Brent.
That 31's a motherfucker, ain't it?
We're in the first round. We played the first round. I was kind of doing soft. I'm like, I don't know if she can play darts, so I'm playing around a little bit. You know how I do. Playing around. She beats me first round. I'm like, all right. She threw those kind of confidently, and I'm up second. I'm up first in the second round. So I'm like, all right, let's start from here. Boom, hit a 20. I'm like, all right, let's let her know. I'm going to go ahead and take this round. She comes up, throws the first dart, boom. Second dart, bullseye. What the fuck? And that's automatic on my game. That's the end of the shit. I was like, oh, you motherfucker. Like that? You gonna take me out with a headshot? That's what we doing? And then she was walking around talking about, this is my house. That's what she said. That's what she told me. She told me it was my house. And they laughed at me repeatedly. Only reason I let that shit fly was because they bought me a lot of nice shit for my birthday. And that was my birthday. They were being really nice to me. But that was fucked up. And then I played card games with Pittsburgh and Kelsey, and they beat me. And I think I played Faith and Erica that day, and they beat me in card games. So, like, I've won nothing. Like, since this happened, my sister was like, oh, we got to play something soon. She's talking online. I'm not playing you and shit. It's like, no, I'm taking advantage of you right now. No, you're not. Because I beat her all the time. But I'm like, I lost my mojo. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Just one day changed, and all of a sudden, I can't win.
That 31's a motherfucker.
So what you're saying that you hate me for me winning so much right now? It stopped. The balance has occurred.
We may be talking about different games, but yeah, we may be talking about different versions of winning.
No, I'm talking about life too. I'm not doing anything special right now. I'm chilling all of a sudden. You know, there's nothing special. It's not like, see, before it was like mythical shit was happening. It was just creatures were developing around me, and I had dragons to fly around on and shit. It was getting weird. I don't know what the hell was going on. It was definitely a horseshoe, golden one, stuck up my ass. I don't know what was going on there. But that's gone. It's not like that anymore.
Okay.
It's just, it's balanced out to like, I'm not in a shitty place anymore, but I'm also not like killing it anymore. Like if I could find that horseshoe again, it's going right back. I'm putting it right back up there.
I think we just found another one of your kinks.
A golden horseshoe?
Yeah. Horseshoes up the ass, choking.
Hardcore shit, you know what I mean? If you can go, you gotta go all the way. Fuck it. Why play around? Somebody said that shit to me the other day, by the way. They're like,
What?
do you have some proclivities that you've not disclosed to me? I was like, probably. They seemed intrigued.
Yeah, most people are.
They're
Well,
like-
at least to hear it.
Very intrigued.
Depending on what it is, once they actually hear it, they may not be so inclined.
Also, I had to say instantly, don't say the word proclivities to me again. You don't say
Just
that to me.
because you're illiterate doesn't mean it. I'm not gonna insult the audience's intelligence just because you have none.
Nah, nobody in our fan base is saying proclivities on a regular basis.
Well, they know what it means. Just because you don't know what proclivities
No, I know what it
means.
means.
Oh, you do?
You think I just remembered the word off the strength? You think I remember that shit?
Yes.
Make eye contact, Brent.
I'm not gonna make.
Make
I'm
eye-
not, no. I'm looking at your fucking dryer. I'm not.
Make eye contact, Brent.
I'm not. Nope. No, sir.
Go ahead and do it. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. He's peeking right now.
Nope.
Look,
Nope.
he's peeking right now. There.
Nope. I don't want that.
He's right here.
I don't want that. I don't. Nope. No, thank you. No, thank you.
He's gone. You're good. You're good.
No,
You're
thank
good.
you. No, I don't have any cash right now. No, thank you.
You fucking tripping. That's hilarious. Why are you so nervous?
I don't know. I really don't know.
It's like you think they're gonna take your soul or something.
I don't know. Maybe it's the lack of human contact. I don't know. I don't know, Trey.
Stop touching me, man.
Make me less
What's wrong
nervous.
with you?
Make
What's
me
wrong with this?
feel good.
Oh my god! And definitely don't say it. Man, let me turn this damn speaker down. I never want to hear you say that loud in my damn ear again. Yuck. Still, if you're looking it up though, that's halfway through the movie on Monsters Ball. You go right to the middle, you will see that scene.
Feel good.
Oh, no, I'm taking that off. I'm not hearing that again. Not through these headphones. Not like that. Yeah, but life has balanced. It's balanced out now. I feel like 2020 for me personally has been a good year overall. Like it started off extremely shitty, but then I had like a ridiculous stretch of like fortunate events that were so good, and I weighed them so much heavier than the other shit.
So good.
That felt right. We should do that. We can start adding ad-libs. I'm gonna go back to the Echo episode. Let me turn on the. Should we pause this?
No.
Did you smack my arm?
Yes, I did.
That ain't even the right arm.
Yes, I did.
What does that have to do
I don't give a
with-
fuck.
This motherfucker smacked my arm.
We're not a morning zoo.
Go back to the.
We're not a fucking morning zoo.
I got this. We just need more auto tune. I can put the auto tune back on.
No, thank you.
Auto tune. I'll put
No,
it right
thank
there.
you.
It'll be right there. I can auto tune the song we did earlier too. We
You're not
harmonized
gonna turn
something.
this podcast into a DJ Khaled song.
Hey, I got that. I haven't done it in a couple episodes. I'll do it. I'm gonna do it for the people. For episode 30. Oh.
1989 TRE. Another one. Put that work in, Devin. Another one.
Devin.
Another
Who
one.
the hell is Devin?
Another one. You just shouting over everything, making shit inaudible.
But who's
Thank
who's
you.
Devin though?
Some fucking commercial DJ Khaled's on.
I'm like,
that
what?
That plays every time I watch something on Amazon Prime.
Oh, I don't.
Like every fucking time.
I never watch anything on Amazon Prime unless I bought something specifically.
I flip back and forth Amazon Prime, Netflix.
I'm so.
Occasionally.
You know what gets me more than anything else, which is really fucking crazy. You should know actually, because every time you come here, it's all I'm ever on. Fucking YouTube. YouTube Red. I cannot stop looking at it because it's always updated something from the day, and that's what catches me. I think it's like, okay, I don't really care what's going on right now in the world. Like it's. Let me not say that because that sounds fucked up.
It's true.
But I
Share
mean,
your
like,
truth.
I am.
That's what the podcast is about. Share your truth. Trey doesn't care about shit. He doesn't care about
not
anything.
true
If
at
you
all.
sitting there listening to the podcast and you coughing right now, know that I love you, but Trey doesn't give a fuck about you apparently.
You know what? I'm not gonna let you get that joke off because I will reverse this on you, you punk motherfucker.
Apparently.
You know who wanted to come in here and talk about nothing but stuff like this for about 2 months? You guys guessed it. That would be your boy right here. I was ready to cover everything. You know who told me not to? You guys guessed it. That guy.
You know why? Because I don't want you to. This is your escape from feeling bad. I want to make you feel good.
You gotta stop doing that. That's so uncomfortable. Like, it makes it so uncomfortable. Like you've already done a couple cringy things.
That just ruined your spank bank on that.
That will never be ruined. You cannot
So now you're gonna go back and watch it a few times tonight just to submit that that I'm jacking off to this.
You can never. Brent Banner will never enter.
Next time you watch it, you're gonna see my face.
The hell I am.
You're not gonna see hers.
You
or you're gonna hear
never,
my voice. You're gonna hear me. You're gonna sit there with your dick and your thumb, and between your thumb and your forefinger, and you're gonna be like, "Oh shit, I hear Brent's voice."
No, that's never gonna be a thing.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
What's up with you, man? You alright? Is everything okay at home?
You're gonna fucking associate that with me forever now.
Yeah, what's in that cup? I'm not.
Forever now.
This shit's gonna stop as soon as you stop talking about this.
No,
it's
you don't
going
understand.
away.
You don't understand. My life's goal is to ruin shit for you. You don't understand.
It's not gonna work.
You don't understand. I'm trying to ruin Monsters Ball. I'm trying to ruin touching. I'm trying to ruin everything I'm trying to ruin shit for your life.
You're failing miserably.
You don't understand.
None of that shit's gonna happen.
My arch nemesis. I hate.
You know what Brent did, guys? For my birthday. This guy showed up with a bottle of champagne.
I didn't.
And not just any bottle of champagne.
No, I didn't.
But his tender-hearted soul brought me a bottle of champagne that was as close to $31 as possible.
Nope.
I think he said it came up to like $27.89.
I'm not a nice person.
Brent is such a sweetheart.
Stop perpetuating that myth that I'm a nice guy.
If you are a woman out there listening and you are looking for a cuddly, sweet,
women
kind
hate
gentleman,
nice guys. Stop trying to perpetuate this shit that I'm a nice guy.
You should definitely look into Brent.
Nope, I came over with the bottle and I smacked it upside his head and I broke it all over the place. That's what I did with the bottle.
Brent's just he's honestly just a sweetheart. When I was down and out,
him 31 by smashing the bottle over his head.
Guys, listen.
Like a bar fight.
Listen, guys. When I was down and out and I had nowhere to go, you know who let me lay on their couch bed?
That's what I did.
It was Brent.
That's what I did.
Brent allowed me to stay at his place when I was down and out. You know why? Because Brent is a sweetheart.
I'm not a sweetheart.
He's a real sweetheart.
I need to stop. I will cut you right now. I need to stop saying I'm a nice guy.
He is a darling of a soul. He is like,
hey yo, Envy, hey yo, we live? Hey yo, we live? Listen. Fuck what that nigga Trey got to say. Okay, I got motherfuckers that like dudes that'll come over and fuck him in the booty.
Oh man. See how he tries to go, guys? This is a defense mechanism for him. It's okay.
On everything. Let me tell you something. I'm gangster. I'm gangster.
Now he's Mike Tyson / Ray J.
I know
he's in between. I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
I heard it.
That is slipping.
And it got scary as soon as I heard Mike. I looked over.
It became scarier.
That's when I got nervous.
When you heard
Mike, that was terrifying.
Ray J.
Yeah, every time I hear Mike, I get nervous.
I believe Mike more than I believe Ray J.
Are you kidding me?
A million
when he said the shit about like ripping off the dude's head, didn't he say something about ripping off the dude's head and drinking the blood from his neck or some shit? After a fight, he had just beat him?
He said he'd eat his children.
I know he said he'd eat his kids. That was
rip out his heart from his chest. It's still beating heart from his chest.
I could have swore he said something.
And feed it to him or something like that.
Yeah, I heard that too. I could have swore he said something about ripping the head off the shoulders and drinking from his neck or something crazy too.
Probably, that's not out of.
That's either him or Edward Allan Poe. I can't remember.
That's not out of.
Edgar Allan Poe.
That's not
Edward.
Out of the question. The motherfucker did bite Evander Holyfield's ear off.
Yo, I saw a meme the other day, right?
Evander Holyfield with the mask.
It was the mask. He said, "Damn it, Mike." The other side was hanging down because it couldn't stay on his ear because he bit it off. Oh man, I laughed so fucking hard. That shit fucked me up. That was hilarious. That's some good memeing right there. Whoever did that was thinking too much. Like they got way too much time to think about Evander Holyfield's ear in 2020.
Yeah, no, that's
to go
easy.
With the mask. That's some good shit.
Yeah.
I know Mike has been back in the headlines, so that's what triggered it. But still,
him and Mick Foley are the two people I can think of that probably can't wear the COVID masks.
The name of this episode is Brent's a Sweetheart, by the way.
No, I'm not.
We're gonna do that. We're gonna make that happen.
Not.
We're gonna call him Light Skin Lovin'. That's his name.
Stop perpetuating that myth.
Light Skin Lovin'. That's what he gives. He's just a.
And I'm not.
Oh man. You know what? You alright. Can I shake your hand?
No.
Can I just shake your hand?
Only if I can rub your back. Stop rubbing me.
Hey,
now
man.
Stop rubbing me. I'm supposed to be trying to make you feel uncomfortable. Damn it.
I just want to make sure I want to make sure that you're as comfortable here as you've always made me feel around you, Brent.
My search for human contact has nothing to do with contact from you. It's from female humans.
Do you like my hand under the table?
No, I don't.
Do you know where it is right now?
Get your hand out of my pocket. Get your hand out my pocket.
Oh man, this is gonna be a great episode for you because that's the part I'm clipping. If I ever decide to do Instagram clips again, this is what I'm gonna clip. Parts about talking about how sweet you are.
Lucky for me, you're too lazy to do that.
I'm gonna make sure I do this one.
No.
This will be the one that makes it.
You said that before.
No, this will be the one that makes it.
You said that before.
No, this one specifically
Promises.
Oh, I promise. I'm gonna tell everyone how beautiful you are, Brent, as a man. How sweet you are. How tender your eyes are. You know what I'm saying?
No.
No?
No, I don't know what you're saying.
Behind those glasses is a beautiful soul, guys. Ladies.
I'm gonna need you to stop perpetuating those damn lies. I'm gonna need you to stop perpetuating that.
Look at him. Look in the camera right there, bro.
I'm gonna need you to stop perpetuating those damn lies.
All right, here you go. You get 15 seconds right here in the camera.
I'm an asshole. I'm a tough guy. I'm a meanie.
See how uncomfortable he is because he knows he's nice. He knows he's a sweetheart.
I litter. I toss gum wrappers out the fucking side of the car.
And then he picks them up later.
The soda rings, the plastic rings around your soda. I don't cut them up before I throw them out. I just throw them out. Fuck the ocean.
No, he does it.
Fuck the ocean. I don't cut them up.
Fuck the ocean.
I leave all the little holes intact so the little fish can choke on.
Remember all those episodes ago when Brent wouldn't say anybody's name? You know why? I've come to the realization now.
Legal issues.
He's trying to protect
I don't need to
everyone.
get caught up in shit. That's why.
No.
Legal issues. Because I signed affidavits, but I still said initials, which I still wasn't supposed to say. So even fuck the lawyers.
Now, this guy, he's a.
First off, fuck your bitch and the click you claim. That's how hardcore I am.
Is that a
West Side when we ride, come equipped with game.
Who's that guy?
Claim to be a player, but I fucked your wife.
This is making me so happy because you were so.
I know.
You were so out of sorts.
The whole point is
What's
to
up with
stop
you?
your fucking happiness.
You're giving me so much stuff.
Stop your fucking happiness.
You're doing it wrong again. I told you.
Talk about something else, goddammit.
All right.
Get the fuck away from me.
All right, here we go. You know what, Brent? You're a hell of a guy.
So anyway, Sasha Banks was on TV last week and her wig came off. What are your thoughts about that?
I have not seen that, but I heard about it.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. But the thing, I think we talked about this maybe off pod.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Very briefly.
Just why? Why are you wearing a wig? Like, just don't wear wigs.
Just don't.
And especially not in a contact sport.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I get it. If you're a performer and shit could pop off potentially, If you're out like, and I mean performer, like a stage performer, like an artist, you're singing,
Right.
you might do Tina Turner type shit. Like, you
Right.
don't want to have one of those whoop and shit flies off.
Mm-hmm.
But you're doing that the whole time as a wrestler. So what
Right.
did you expect to happen? You know
Right.
what I mean? I don't get it. Like the sew-ins, I guess. I don't really think they need it, but they always do that to try to boost the look, I guess, the appeal for guys.
Mm-hmm.
But 90% of the women that are in wrestling have long hair anyway. So it's kind of like, I don't even think that's necessary. I think at some point they'll get to the point where with all this women's revolution shit, where they'll actually be like, okay, we're just going to have women be natural and kind of do what they do. There's an idea.
I think you see more of that in other promotions. Vince, has a very specific.
He does.
Has a very specific idea of what he wants.
The same thing he does with black people.
Looks.
Yeah, it's the same shit he does with black people. They got him in one role. And I don't personally think Vince is a racist, but I think he's got some shit that he should probably look into because he be on that line.
I don't think he's a racist. I think he's just a maniac.
I think he's just old and he's got some shit that's like, no, this is how it's supposed to be. And it's like, no, it doesn't have to be like that.
Yeah.
No, you all need big fake boobs, all of you, because that's what sells. No, that's not what sells anymore. Not to say it won't sell.
You're pretty talented, but you'd be more talented if you were a blonde.
Right. With giant boobs.
Can you get a blonde with?
Should I be good at wrestling or anything?
No. We'll pay for your tits. Don't worry about it.
You're good. You'll get 2 months off. Heal in time. Okay? Make sure the dye really sinks in, too. We like them really blonde. Really blonde. Like, it's weird, man. It's just like, dog. My thing is, like, I may be a feminist, I'm pretty close to that, I think. I think I'm pretty close to, like, a male feminist as far as you can go, because I'm all about, like, female empowerment and go, right? But my thing is, like, at some point, when people are talking about that kind of thing, like how it's the woman's revolution and all this shit, right, with wrestling,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, at some point it'll be, okay, but why do they have to prettify themselves all the time? You know what I'm saying? Like, why does it always have to be a beauty thing? Because if it's really a competition of sport, if that's what it's supposed to be, you don't see, like MMA, right? At the press conference, yeah, you'll see some of the women that'll really doll it up. But when they get to the ring, you don't see nobody out there like...
They braid their hair up.
Because that shit will get them fucked up. It's real competition, right? Yeah. So they like out there. It's about like, yo, we the best. We can steal the fight card. And I can tell you plenty of UFC fights I've seen that they've stolen.
Now hold on, looks are very important when it comes to professional wrestling, male and female. Very important.
I was thinking that as I was saying it, because guys have to have a physique too a lot of the time.
But dudes don't wear wigs. You know what I mean?
They're not wearing makeup. They're not having to go through all that bullshit before they go out there.
Undertaker does. Undertaker.
Listen, I'm not gonna let you do this. I'm not gonna let you do this.
If you saw the last ride, he talked about how he talked to his dad. Yes, you're 6'10", boy wears eyeliner.
That's pretty funny. I haven't seen that part yet. Actually, I got 2 parts left.
But
can you believe that? The last one I watched was with you.
Oh, babe.
Go ahead, Brent. I know you need to.
I need you to be uncomfortable with that.
No, I'm just gonna embrace it. Fuck it. You know what? At this point,
that's like you facing Goldust, and then he puts his. That's like you facing. That's like you facing Goldust, and then he rubs your chest, and you're sitting there like,
right.
That fucks up the whole thing.
You know when I learned to do this? Actually, my uncle was the most annoying motherfucker with this ever. Like
with
Steve,
gay chicken,
dude, he is the fucking worst, and he used to drive me crazy. So when I turned like, cause 15, 16, 17, it's like, dog, could you chill? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then like at some point I was just like, okay, all right, just one up him every time, and it would be the most uncomfortable places because he would do something weird, and you like, okay. So then like walking or something, next thing you know, you just got a handful of ass, and you just like walking down what the fuck are you doing? What? I thought you do it at home. We can't do it in public? What's wrong? I don't understand. And he looking like, well, fuck you. He gets so mad, right? And he go do something like, boop, boop. Like, oh, that was cute, bro. It's so pissed. Like, I would do so much random shit to this dude because of that. And then at some point, he just stopped playing. It was like, okay, I don't want to play anymore. No, I don't want to play anymore because I'm not even sure about the way you look at me when you do it. It's the warmth you give me. It makes me uncomfortable. Like, I can just see it in his eyes. Like, he was just like, nah, I'm not playing with you anymore because you're willing to go way too far.
There's a comedian. I don't know who the comedian is, but I remember the joke about guys playing gay chicken.
Yeah.
And
I think I know what you're talking about.
To the point where it's like, come on, bro.
Right, yeah.
Just play it, bro.
I don't remember who that was either.
I don't remember who it was.
But I remember that joke. I remember that joke and being like, yeah, that's true. Shit goes too far.
Yeah.
It does. It goes way too far. Now, mind you, it's never going that far. Let's be very clear. I'm waking up and being like,
not tonight.
see how you try to flip it? But that's what I'm saying. Like, no, it's never going that far. But I do remember that joke, and I remember being like, that's a good point. That's a good point because dudes, especially where I'm from Virginia Beach, and them white boys is crazy. They will go way too far.
Yeah.
Way too far. I'm like, all right, yo, look, listen. And then they looking at me like, what are you, homophobic, bro? Like that shit you tried to do to me a couple episodes ago. And I'm like, no, man, I'm just not doing this shit with you. Like,
well,
I'm not doing
had a point. You actually are homophobic. Like,
I'm not
I
homophobic at all.
think we well established that in the episode. And if you don't believe we did go back to the episode, I can't remember which one.
It was 2 episodes ago, but still not true.
Go back 2 episodes ago. And
so that would be the 28th episode? Because this is episode 30, and Trey's still not homophobic. Episode 30,
officially
28,
officially
29.
30.
I know. Yeah. I know we're at the right one now. Yeah. I know for a fact you're at the right one. Because of those 2, the lost episodes. Mm-hmm. Those are great episodes.
Those were really good episodes.
So sad. Sorry, y'all.
This episode is really good too. And if you like this episode, you can go to patreon.com/GetHerePod.
It's true.
To help support it. The episode's not over. I just wanted to throw that in there.
No, it's never a bad time.
Just in case you had some free time on your hands and wanted to go there to help support because, we need it. Well, I need it because I'm not homophobic, but he is.
Have you gotten a penny yet from that? Has anybody donated yet?
I haven't checked it in a while.
Okay, you should check it. We might be sitting on like $1 million. Maybe we got signed. You don't know.
Maybe Joe Rogan heard it and was like,
that would be great.
Hey, young Jamie, did you hear about this one? Let's do some DMT and listen to this podcast.
Do some DMT and listen to it. Yeah, I could see it. I could see Joe.
Bro, let's take this into the deprivation chamber while we're hunting elk.
What do you think about him leaving California?
Is he actually doing it?
He's moving to Texas officially.
He said it.
He's doing it.
He said it for a while.
Well, he said it like officially, like soon type thing. Because he just signed his contract, and Texas, state tax.
It doesn't make any difference to me. I've never met the dude. I've never seen the dude anywhere.
But how do you feel about it?
I don't go to the.
But inside, what do you feel?
Although when they you
mean the whole world?
Open, I should have.
Are you talking about the whole world? You can't go to comedy clubs.
Yeah, I know. I should have.
It's over. I wanted to.
Because they were right there, and I used to drive by them all the time. I used to do pickups in Hollywood all the fucking time, and I used to go by the Comedy Store and all this other shit. And I'm like, I used to fucking go to comedy clubs every once in a while.
Yeah. My homegirl Chelsea actually worked at comedy clubs. for like a long time. So she used to get all these like free comedy shows all the time. Like hilarious comedians would come through. So she's seen more comedy than like most, and she still thinks I'm funny, which tells me a lot about me.
She must be doing a lot of DMT.
I'm pretty funny. I'm a funny guy.
Doing a lot of DMT.
Funny guy, you know. All right, so
listen, bro, you gotta do more DMT, bro.
What the fuck is DMT, by the way? Because I remember him explaining it one day, but I can't remember. He did explain it one day.
It's the Joe Rogan drug.
Yeah, but what is it like? Brighten your eyes? Doesn't it make you like see shit? It's almost like a
It's a hallucinogen.
Yeah.
All I know is it's a hallucinogen.
It's like a full body high type hallucinogen too.
Maybe.
It's something like it was something extra about it because it wasn't just a standard hallucinogen. I really gotta stop looking at you. My damn neck starting to hurt.
I'm sure I listened to a podcast, an episode of his where he explained it.
Beer me.
I don't fucking remember it.
They're not over there.
What?
Beer me.
Nope. I already told you. Lost the setup.
All right, I'm gonna get off camera for a second, guys. Don't worry about it. Brent can carry this. He talks a lot. He does a segment of this show called Know It All News, coming soon, by the way. We've already shot the first episode. Don't do that.
Yeah,
Don't do that.
it's coming just.
It's my birthday weekend.
It's coming just as soon as the Instagram posts are.
Damn, bro. That's how you gonna do me? You ain't know I had a birthday.
Yo, we live, MV.
Hold on, bro.
Yo, we live.
Did I put the podcast out on time last week? Was it on Thursday?
It was on a Thursday. Yes.
That's what is there a set time?
We got the date.
Is there a set time?
There should be a set time.
Is there a set time? Was the question, Mr. Banner? Mr. Banner, please. Was there a set time?
No.
Okay.
I would like it.
Did
to
it
be
come
when
out
the
on
sun
Thursday?
is still up.
Did it come out on Thursday, the day after my birthday?
To be fair, the video version.
And you came out 10 minutes before me.
Yeah, it didn't.
Right.
It didn't go up until like.
So
8,
do me a
9
favor
o'clock.
and shut the fuck up. I'll be right back. Grab me another beer since nobody will beer me.
Yeah, we don't have a man.
Well, maybe if they go to patreon.com
/get here pod, then
we
would
could get some beer me's.
Yeah.
Well, have to get off camera for these people.
Well, we don't. Now the show just got 100% better. At least the video version of it did.
Fucked up.
Are you gonna talk through the whole thing?
You damn right.
Or am I gonna have the floor now?
No, you don't get a moment
damn
to
it.
yourself. Fuck, I'm back. How big you thought this house was? You thought I was at Drake's compound? No, this is Trey's treasure trove. It's small.
That nigga from Degrassi got a full-size basketball court.
Bruh, that house it's not a house, it's a compound. You know, we literally, at work today, because we study in Canada, right? They were like, we've seen all of Canada. Why don't we just look at Drake's compound? They said Drake's mansion. I said, it's a goddamn compound. Don't disrespect it again. You know, he got like 4 houses.
I believe it.
He got like 3 in Brentwood.
Because mediocre pays very well.
Mediocre.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Mediocre pays extraordinarily well in this
Okay,
society.
we just stumbled into a topic.
Mediocre pays.
How
pays
the
extraordinarily
fuck is
well
he
in this
mediocre?
society. Have you heard his lyrics?
Yes.
Mediocre.
You haven't heard his lyrics.
Mediocre.
What? Please give me some mediocre lyrics from that guy.
I don't remember his fucking lyrics.
You know
why?
what you're
why
gonna
I
keep
don't
doing?
remember 'em?
You know what you're
because
gonna keep
they
saying?
weren't fucking memorable.
I'm gonna teach y'all something right now.
Because they weren't, first off, fuck your bitch and the click you claim.
I'm gonna teach y'all something right now.
The most memorable lyric
You
is
don't
him
argue with
rolling.
people.
It's him rolling through Degrassi in his fucking wheelchair. That's the most memorable lyric.
You don't argue with people
The second
that
most
don't have
the second most
any
memorable
point.
lyric he's ever done is Kiki, "Do You Love Me?"
Oh, that's the
And
second most.
That's because of the fucking TikTok and that shit was everywhere.
It wasn't even a TikTok at the time.
Fucking mediocre as fuck.
It was still
And then
musicality
the third
at the
one
time.
was
See, he
Ever
has no
Since I
points.
Left the City, You, and you don't even remember the rest of that fucking song.
Who don't?
Those are
That was
terrible.
Hotline Bling.
Those are mediocre ass fucking lyrics. That motherfucker is mediocre.
This guy literally had no points, so he just started thinking of random shit to say. See, that's why you don't argue with people like that. You just like, okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, no, because I'm correct, and I get it.
You're not.
I get it.
You're
I
not.
get it. It's sacrilege to say.
You know what's funny?
It's sacrilege to say that Drake isn't
Nah,
anything
you know what's
other
funny?
than one of the greatest.
I've
of all
actually
time,
heard.
Except I just said it.
I've
He's
actually
not,
heard.
He's whatever.
This is not a hot take. You just sound like a hater. But
I'm not
honestly,
a hater.
you sound like a hater.
I
You
like-
made no points.
I like good shit, and Drake is. I'm not saying Drake is like the worst. I'm saying he's overrated as fuck.
He's not.
He is.
He's really not.
He really is.
You just gave me 3 points that weren't actually relevant
really
points.
Is. He's not like I've never heard a Drake lyric or song. That's
I've
like,
legitimately
oh.
recently I've had more lyricists that are like, why do people hate on Drake like this?
Because he's not that good.
And I just started laughing because I'm like, it's
He's
funny
not
because
that
it's
good.
always people that don't rap that hate on Drake the most, which
So
is really
what?
funny. That's the funny
I've
shit.
never made a movie
It's people
either.
without
I know
lyrics.
I know what a terrible fucking movie is.
People without lyrics
Doesn't make shit.
don't appreciate what Drake does. That's the funny thing.
That's not a valid fucking point.
It is a valid point.
No, it's not.
You just made 3 points that literally weren't
That's not
valid.
about-
I just gave you
because
one.
I've never rapped before doesn't
It
mean
has
I
a
don't
lot
know
to
what
do with
good
it. It
rap
has a lot to
sounds
do
like.
with it. Fucking lyricism. If you're hating on something that literally works on the charts, which means it's working for a lot of people. It's not just me.
Popular
obviously
doesn't mean correct.
But popular for 10 plus years, nonstop,
Doesn't mean,
all hits,
doesn't
all
mean
platinum,
correct.
and just consistently putting records out. The dude's
Fucking
put out
shit-
more hit
fucking
records
Cher's
this
been
year.
popular for decades, and she's a shitty performer too, or she's a shitty artist too.
These are all personal preferences. That's what that is. And at the end of the day,
That's a stupid argument too, because you can tell what's good and what's bad.
right. Which
can
is
tell
why
what's
your
good and
argument
what's
sounds
bad.
stupid, because the dude's been consistently putting out good music for 10 years.
No,
10
he's
plus
been
years.
consistently putting out popular music. Doesn't necessarily mean it's good. R. Kelly made popular music. Doesn't necessarily mean his music was necessarily
R.
good
Kelly
either.
made good music. He was just a fucking pedophile.
Trapped in the Closet was a good song, or a good melodrama.
Trapped in the Closet was late, but also to start until he made 72 parts of it. Yeah, it was kind of dope.
Key in the Ignition. Come on.
That song?
Those are shitty lyrics. Come on, dog. Stop it.
That song's not my shit.
Stop it.
You're not gonna turn this into an R. Kelly conversation.
Stop it.
I see what you're trying to
I'm
do.
turning it.
You're not gonna
it's-
shift it to an R. Kelly
no,
conversation.
It's a conversation about whether there's objective good or whether there's objective bad, and there is. There really is.
Give me some good rap artists.
Because
Then.
people choose to ignore.
Give me good rap artists in the last 10 years. Then don't go and say Pac, because you're gonna say Pac, and you've been quoting Pac this whole episode. And Pac died in '96.
That's a lie. That's a fucking myth. Pac is still alive.
Oh my god.
I saw that motherfucker.
Answer the question.
I saw that motherfucker at
Yeah,
Lakewood
give me some relevant
2
rap
weeks
artists
ago.
for the last 10 years. I seen him 2 weeks ago.
He bagged my shirt at Target. I saw that shit.
Pac would have set you on fire for saying stupid shit you just said.
I saw that shit.
But go ahead, give me some relevant artists in the last 15 years, because Drake's been killing this shit now for at least since I graduated.
Kendrick, J. Cole.
When's the last time Kendrick put out an album?
It's been a minute.
Exactly.
It's been a couple years.
Damn was
It's
in
been a couple
2016.
years. Yeah,
I was still here
it's been
before I
a couple
moved back
years.
to Virginia. So let's
But
cross
so
Kendrick
what?
off. Let's cross Kendrick off for a second. All right. You said J. Cole.
Because he hasn't put out an album.
He hasn't put an album out in 4 years. It's
Yeah, 4
2020.
years
That's
now.
4
Yeah, 4
years.
years.
That's almost five. That's almost half a decade.
When we get to 5, we can have that discussion.
No,
That
we
doesn't
can have
necessarily
none.
mean anything.
It doesn't mean Kendrick's not dope, but my point is he's not. You're not gonna say relevant right now. You're not getting that off. Dude has nothing on the charts. Nothing. Damn is probably still on the charts, to be fair.
Well, I mean, the shit that's on the chart, we've had this discussion before about this.
my
We had this discussion in this
question.
podcast
Answer my
about
question.
the shit that's on the charts and how terrible that shit is.
What shit? Oh, the trap shit.
Yes.
A lot of the trap shit is trash, but not all of it.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
all
you
of it.
can't say that. That's subjective. Whoa, that's subjective. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's not. It doesn't mean it's not.
I just said.
good.
Did you hear me actually follow up with a statement that said not all of it? See the difference?
No, you said trap music is trash. You just
Not
said
all
that.
of it. You want me to play it back for you so you can actually hear what I said?
I don't want you to pay.
So that's how
I
much you
don't
don't be
want you to-
listening.
I don't want.
Too busy talking.
To you,
Too
no,
busy
I
talking.
don't.
Too busy doing this.
You're right.
You flapping your gums
You're
too
right.
much. See, because I literally
'Cause I'm the
said
best part
right
of this
after that.
podcast.
You're
That's
definitely
why.
not. This last 5 minutes is one of those times where it shows how much you're not. This is where you get those texts or like, yeah, I really side with Trey when they be talking, because you've been doing good. The last couple episodes, you've
I
been
don't
doing pretty
understand. I don't understand how you have time to text the show and leave comments on shit, pumping yourself up,
good. You talking about me? I see what
and,
you're doing.
and yet
Oh, okay.
and yet don't have
that was good.
time.
That was
and yet
good.
Don't have time to do the Instagram.
But see, I was still listening. I caught that. See that? See, how I did that.
because you were swinging your beer.
I was.
What?
I was. That's what I do a lot, so I can listen.
What?
When I wanna listen, I just do this. Luckily, it's short because you don't have long
And
points.
you had the label right to the side. Like if this was a commercial, I could see. That's
why you do
get
it.
the label.
That's why you do
But
it.
it's not a commercial. We're not.
No, but
sponsored.
honestly though, like when you think about artists and consistency and who's actually putting out shit and who's really done it, the longest run, other than what Drake is doing right now, is probably Wayne. And honestly, when you look back, that really wasn't that long. It was just a condensed level of like productivity.
Consistency doesn't necessarily equal greatness. It just equals consistency. Tyler Perry consistently puts shit out all the time.
I'm not gonna let you do that.
His shit is terrible.
Brent, I will fucking fight you.
I'm telling you, the consistency.
You are not
argument
gonna compare.
Doesn't hold as much.
You
water
are
as
not
think it
gonna.
does.
The fuck it doesn't.
It doesn't.
The fuck
Just
it
because
doesn't.
Just because you produce
Bro,
a
if you
mass amount of
produce at
something
the
doesn't
same
necessarily
level,
mean it's good.
no, if you produce at the same level of
Hamburger,
high quality you were
fucking
doing all the time,
McDonald's produces a mass amount of hamburgers every fucking day. Doesn't necessarily mean it's fucking
this is a stupid argument. to
top
have with
sirloin.
this
It's
guy.
not a stupid argument.
That's
Just
why I
because
talk to
it's
people,
counter-
other
counter
people that do music.
To your argument doesn't mean it's
It's
stupid.
not a real argument.
It's
You're
the
not.
same
You're talking about
no, it's
hamburgers
not.
now. Now you're going
no,
to hamburgers.
I'm talking about your argument of consistency and how it doesn't.
That's not the
hold
only
water
argument I was
that you
making
think
though.
it-
See, you like
Okay,
to
make
you
more
bite
arguments.
into one part and then you start talking a bunch real loud and you think you're like making a valid argument. It's not.
Because the problem,
You started off with 3 arguments. None of them were actually good arguments. They were just bullshit
They were
arguments. You
fantastic
picked stupid lyrics
They were the
that
best
out of the
arguments.
blue.
They were the greatest
random.
arguments.
See what
They
I'm saying?
were
And then you do
huge
this right here.
arguments.
And that's what you do right here. And then you go into your Trump voice.
were
Go ahead, get into your
fantastic
Trump voice because you're close. You're close. You want to go into your Trump
They
voice. So
were
go ahead, do that.
fantastic.
Argue like you want to because
The
that's how you
greatest
argue.
arguments of all
Exactly. Go ahead. Get it out. Do your orange arguments. Give them to me.
They were the greatest.
This is what you do. This is how you argue, by the way. You argue like the orange man. You could probably win the
This is
election.
not how I argue.
This is how you argue. You argue just like him.
With you. You bring this shit out. You bring this shit out of me.
I didn't even say anything. I started making an argument.
This is why I hate you. This is why I hate this man.
I told you some stuff going on at home,
This is
bro.
why
Like,
get
what's
your
okay?
hands
What's
out
up
my
with
pocket.
you? Why are you acting like
Get your
this?
hands out my pocket.
Oh, sweetheart.
Stop it. Get your hands out my pocket. You're the worst human being I've ever met in
I'm
my
putting
life.
Drake music all over this podcast. This one's definitely getting taken down. I'm putting it everywhere.
So you have sabotaged the podcast
Just to prove a point.
with
you know who I am?
with
King
fucking
Petty.
copywritten material.
King. By the way, I showed one of my videos to one of my coworkers, right? Mm-hmm. Next thing I know, shit got a copyright hit. I said, yo, what the fuck? Anytime I touch any of my old stuff or when you use my music randomly from back in the day, YouTube's like, copyright hit. Like, bitch, nobody's touched this in 7 years. Why are you so mad?
I got a copyright strike for streaming.
Jeez.
Not strike. I got a copyright notice for streaming WWE 2K20 last week. They were like, oh, you have clips from Raw 1000 and clips from SmackDown 1000.
From the
I'm
game?
Like, yeah. I'm like,
That's
no,
crazy.
I don't.
Right.
I'm like, the timestamp you have on there is the main menu to the fucking game. And I made sure to turn the music off.
Right.
So there's literally nothing it's certainly nothing copywritten, and it's damn sure not what you said it's copywritten.
Right.
It's not an episode of Raw. It's it's a video game footage of 3 versions of video game Becky Lynch coming to the ring. Get the fuck out of here.
You know what I hate? And I'm never going to stop harping on this. Every time anything of this topic comes up, I'm always going to say it every single time. I hate the fact that anybody that's a quote-unquote influencer can use whatever clips they want.
Whatever they want.
Whenever the fuck they want.
Doesn't fucking matter.
And they don't give them shit. It's okay.
Not a damn thing.
But with us, people that are just creative as fuck that could be on that level and better, honestly, because we actually know what the fuck we're doing with a lot of this stuff and we're actually creative as a motherfucker, we will get struck. Like, dog, I showed a video with background music. That's the only thing that was, and it wasn't even a popular song. It was an instrumental. Is what they tagged me for. I know it was because everything else was me. I made everything else up. It's my voiceover. It's this. It's that. Some simple ass beat playing in the background from like 10 years ago, basically. And they hit me like, this is not a strike, but they are now doing da-da-da. Like, man, if you don't get the fuck off of my email with this dumb shit, this is why I don't fuck with YouTube. Honestly, YouTube, Instagram, they do the same thing. Instagram has gotten a little better. At least you can do the little tag shits now. When you put a story up, you can use music, and it'll actually tag the artist or whatever the fuck.
Instagram makes even less sense because you can't even monetize Instagram.
No, you can't. And oh yeah, exactly. So why can't I use it?
What's the fucking point?
Why can't I use it? For what? But I get it when it's like a brand new song. I get for like that first 4 months, whatever the fuck, you're trying not to take the streams down. But okay, if you hear it, then just add it as a stream. You know what I'm saying? Like, rather than say, okay, you can't use this, don't do this, we don't want to portray this way. Okay, cool, got it. But it's the same thing that happened with Drake, right? With that song we were just talking about. Ironically, going back to Kiki, Do You Love Me shit. Fucking, fuck his damn name. I can see his stupid face. I can't think of his name. A little light-skinned dude like you from New York, though. God damn it. Shiggy.
Which means he's
fucking
not really
Shiggy.
light-skinned.
No, he's light-skinned. Fucking Shiggy. He got too much spit in his mouth. He be talking like... But anyway, Shiggy was doing that damn dance. And if they had been like... It was right before he got his blue check. I don't even think Shiggy was verified yet. But he was like close, but not there. And he did his dance, and that shit went crazy. Let's say they strike that shit. That never even happens. So
Right.
Drake doesn't have this viral hit off of that one because that song, it wasn't even a single they were going with. They were planning to go with the Michael Jackson single. That's what was going out at the time. They were going with that Michael Jackson song. It sounded like a Weeknd song. That Weeknd probably could have done better because they would have had, current vocals. But whatever. Not the point. Point being, Shiggy gets that shit off. Now he's viral. Now he's on all these different shows. He made mad money. He was on tour with Drake doing dances and shit on stage. He has the biggest clip damn near of that year, I think. Will Smith did this shit on top of some place in Britain. You know what I'm saying? Like, so so my whole point is, like, that's the kind of dumb shit I'm talking about, though. Like, why the fuck did they do that?
When Will Smith was coming down off of that thing he was on in England, did he get entangled on something on the way? Was that... Did he...
Did I send you this? Hold on. I got something funny about that actually. Will Smith reacted to somebody.
But yeah, that shit is fucking annoying. You're absolutely right. And it's a couple of times when there are quote unquote bigger channels or at least moderate channels that occasionally on Twitter will be like, oh, I got this strike on YouTube. I have no fucking sympathy for them. Because it's like, you motherfuckers get away with bro. I can't accidentally have 5 seconds of something in something that I didn't know or whatever without getting a fucking immediate email notice.
Right.
I've gotten videos blocked worldwide as they were uploading.
Me too.
Which let me know nobody watched the thing the video, the fucking thing.
Like, what are you so scared of? What do you think I'm doing?
There are a whole lot of reviews that I've done that I've had to change and rearrange and refigure many different times, or just sit there and fight over and over and over again, even though fair use covers reviews.
Fair usage.
But god damn it, WWE, and the thing is, YouTube does the stupidest shit where they're like, well, the copyright holder said no.
Right. Copyright holder didn't say shit. But you know what though? A lot of the times with me, it's always beats and shit. Because people have beats. Because I had my record, ironically, consistency.
People have beats?
No, I heard the way it came out. I don't know why it came out like that. And I was saying consistency, and it was throwing me off because I was thinking about what we were just saying.
That's the most Virginia thing you've ever
I know.
said.
I thought that too when I said it. I was like, people have beats? Like, where did that come from? We don't even talk like that in Virginia. Beats? I say beats all the time.
That's the
that was
most
weird.
country-ass shit.
I heard it too, though.
Yeah.
You know what's funny, though? When I was a kid, I used to talk like that. Like, when I was like 5 or 6, before school, I was like, that was real. Like, my first date tape, I'm waving at the camera. It was that deep of a like southern accent. Yeah, it was real. But I was gonna say with the Will Smith thing, right? Well, no, consistency. First off, consistency. So my song Consistency, that beat was, I guess, copyrighted by the producer of it. So when I put it up as Consistency and I tagged hip hop, rap, whatever, because I was like, yo, this is hard right now. In that pocket, when I made it, it was perfect for what was going on musically, sonically, and they took it down immediately. So then I had to repost it with a completely different name, no tags, couldn't put anything up, just so I could put the song out so people could hear the complete project. So I had to fuck myself, basically, to be able to even release my project so people could listen to the entire project. But I couldn't promote it, which was probably my hits, quote unquote, my hit single off of that project. Would have got mad views, nothing. Because they're just like, no, you can't use this because that. I'm like, even for producers, how fucking stupid is that? When you're an unknown producer, somebody writes something dope to your record, y'all both blow up if I get something popping. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll look you up. Yo, that's my beat. Okay, word. I've been waiting for you to hit me up. Here you go. Here's your side of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it just doesn't make sense. It's like, because a lot of broke creators have a tendency to feel like they need to copyright and protect shit before they're actually at that level yet.
They probably feel that way because they don't want a big one to get them. Person
yeah, I get that.
To snake their shit.
But the thing is, even if they do, it's the same thing I always say. Because I used to tell my mom this shit when I was younger. She was like, you need to, copyright your stuff and put whatever. I'm like, Mom, if you're really about that shit, all they gonna do is give me exposure. Because I'm gonna call them out. I'm gonna sue them. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be real. That lawsuit's coming. And then people will be like, yo, who is this guy? Da-da-da-da. And when they see that, that's when I'm gonna hit this. I'm putting about 10 records out at that point. You know what I mean? Because I don't fear like being able to come up with something else. I can always come up with something else. My brain is always learning and growing and like sharpened. But anyway, Will Smith thing. He was posted on Instagram. He was he was jump roping. And the whole post was, what does a jump rope see when you're using it? And he had a camera embedded in the rope. So he's jumping and shit. And I go to the comments because I was just curious what people thought. So dude said, okay, don't get entangled. And he got 130,000
Will
reviews.
responded?
Will's response. Go ahead and read that for me, Brenton.
Haha. Ooh. Oh, it starts. Haha.
Right.
Okay, I can admit it. That's funny. I'm definitely going to block you, but the joke was very funny. Haha. Oh, hee hee. Haha.
I was fucking dead. Because I'm like, that's how you deal with that. That right there is funny. That's some funny shit.
Damn, the block, though. That shit was funny. Get that?
No, you got to block him.
No, put that motherfucker on your YouTube channel.
No. Anybody that says entanglement to me. No. For the next year, anybody that says entanglement to me, you getting blocked. If I'm Will, no.
Nah, if I'm Will, I'm coming out with an entanglement t-shirt.
Oh, and Augie? I'm
coming out with. I'm doing like The Rock.
Beating your ass.
If I'm Will, I'm doing what The Rock did and just getting a black t-shirt with bold white block letters on it. Entanglement.
But August owns the song now. He done already put it out. He
owns the song. He doesn't own the word entanglement.
You don't know that. Jada should have before she said it. If
really,
she was smart.
Disney should have.
That's fair. They probably do. Theirs is entangled. Yeah, it's
right.
You gotta be very specific.
Entanglement.
You know, I heard some crazy shit the other day.
Matter of fact, that should be his entertainment company, Entanglement.
Listen, man. Will Smith gonna fuck somebody up.
Entertanglement.
They gonna keep playing with this dude.
Entertanglement.
Entertanglement. That's pretty good. That's actually, you should trademark that. That's pretty good. Entertanglement's not bad. That could have been the name of the podcast.
Copyright 2020.
Nah, do it for like 2021 because if you do it 2020,
Copyright 2021.
it's just gonna burn.
Copyright 2021.
Yeah, it's gonna burn. It's terrible.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, did you know that this podcast is long as fuck now, by the way? But what's yours say?
About an hour.
You got the.
It's about an hour. A little over
you
an hour.
got the full
A
time
little over an
thing.
hour.
Okay, so that's what that means.
So 1,000 is a half hour.
We finally know
Give
it.
or
Episode
take.
30. Look at us.
Yeah,
Killing it.
about 2,000 of those little dots is an hour.
That's what I thought. But I feel like that's a fair amount of us. But last thing I'm gonna say is, like, I heard this the other day, and I think I remember this from before anyway. But they were saying that when this is so off topic, but how do we even get here anyway?
Yeah.
But they were talking about Mark Cuban, right, the owner of the Dallas Mavericks.
Of course.
He fucking apparently part of the way he gained his money originally. Now, the person that said this was like, I'm not sure if I remember this correctly, but I kind of remember the same thing, so I think it's probably correct. And if I'm wrong, just tell me in the comments. It's cool. Interaction's always good. But they said when the .com bubble was happening, he bought all the names of, like, what websites would need to be. Like Coca-Cola.com, like Mark Cuban owned it.
Huh.
Pepsi.com, Mark Cuban owned it. Like these kinds of things.
I've heard of people doing that, like with onesie twosies.
Right, but no, he did it for like big companies because it was at the beginning, right? Because he was ahead of the tech bubble, and he knew,
and it was all super cheap.
and he knew that they would have to directly, because you can't not have Coca-Cola as your fucking thing at the time.
Also, I think the laws have changed on that.
You probably can't do it anymore.
And now, if it's like a company name or like a company trademark,
you have to let them buy you out. You have to at least let them
give it, or whatever the laws are.
It's like when they're trying to rebuild something in the community and houses it, you got to pay them. Like, okay, you have to allow that though.
Because I remember that used to be a thing that happened. And occasionally you would have companies that had to change, that had to come with some funky thing, or had to go .net.
Look at WWE.
Because they weren't willing to fucking buy the thing from somebody else.
Look at WWE. They had that shit. WWF, fucking World Wrestling Federation. Now, mind you, World Wildlife Fund was like around earlier, I think, is why they got that.
That had nothing to do with the .com thing. That was...
No, I just mean by like name, though. There's that kind of situation is my point. Like where... Well, they got it before, because I remember thinking, who the fuck cares about the World Wildlife Fund? Like, I remember thinking as a kid.
Yeah.
But I was a wrestling fan, right? So I'm sure some kid that's like a zookeeper out there that was like, who the fuck cares about wrestling? And there's probably more of those.
That whole thing was so fucking stupid on so many fucking levels. First off, Vince McMahon should have had better lawyers to be able to go to these courts, and I think they were European courts or English courts, to be able to go to these courts and be like, Your Honor, come on. Like, this is a nuisance lawsuit.
Right.
If it went to lawsuit,
right,
for him to be, for them to say, listen, there are companies that have the same initials as other companies,
right,
and they're not littering up the courts with these nuisance lawsuits. Like, we can have two different ones. It's not.
I wanted to get them because they said world. They both said world. So I wonder, was that like, it was, I bet that was the catch.
If it went that far. But also, he didn't have smart enough lawyers to just be like, listen, just fucking donate to them once a year, or send a superstar to do some charity work for them a year and get them off your fucking back or something like that. Or if it wasn't just Vince's stupid Irish temper that was just like, fuck those guys, I'm the WWF.
In the 90s? No, that's highly probable.
It seems like that may have been it.
Yeah.
It's some combination thereof, because that's the stupidest fucking lawsuit.
Yeah, to me, it's kind of like, that to me is kind of the equivalent of like, with like jersey numbers, when somebody has a jersey and they're like, hey man, it's my jersey, bro, I need that number up off you, bro. And they're like, no. He's like, come on, man, I'm 89, come on, brother. Like,
no, sure you're not.
All right, man, what about 20K? 20K. Make it 50. All right, man, shit.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? It's like, it had to be something like that, and then he probably just put his foot in his mouth.
He probably it was probably something like that. It was the stupidest lawsuit. And it makes the World Wildlife Fund look terrible. Like,
does it?
To me, like,
I didn't like it as a wrestling fan. But again, I'm a wrestling fan.
Like, if I ever had, the kind of money to donate to shit like that,
you
like,
donate to them?
Hell no. It would be to any other fucking charity. Any other fucking wildlife charity.
What kind of charities you mean? Like Patreon.com /
Get Here Pod. That's my favorite charity.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's
one
my
sounds
favorite.
good. I like that one.
Won't you help?
Won't you help, please?
Won't you donate today?
That's a
In the
wild.
arms of the angel,
I just thought I'd break it to a different song. So if it's a medley, they can't strike us for it being a medley, can they?
You know what? It's funny because I actually got one of those again from WWF or WWE.
For a medley?
No.
Oh.
For an impersonation of Dusty Rhodes I did in a video. They were like, "We're tagging this audio because you got it from a superstar." Da da da. I was like, "No, bruh.
That's me.
I just did a dead-on impersonation of Dusty Rhodes."
See, that's what I'd be scared of with us because we're pretty good at mimicking shit randomly.
Yeah.
So like that really does make me nervous sometimes. I'm like, all right, we gotta change the pitch a little bit. 'Cause we like pitch perfect sometimes. It'd be scary.
Yeah. I get it. I trust me. I had to fight them, and I had to go back 3 times with these motherfuckers because I'm like, no, it's original audio. Dusty Rhodes never said go to youtube.com/surreal469.
Right.
Get the fuck out of here.
How do you know he
Especially
didn't
not
say
in
it?
1989.
How do you know he didn't say that?
Get us. Because there was no YouTube in 1989.
Maybe, but
Your
Dusty
Honor.
was always ahead of the game.
Get the fuck out of here.
Was Dusty not ahead of the game?
Not YouTube.
Did Tupac not bag your groceries? You said
He did.
Last week.
He did.
Thank
did.
you.
'Cause he's still
So,
alive.
so tell me again how Dusty Rhodes in 1989 didn't say what you just said he said.
Well, he probably did, baby.
Don't get this struck.
He probably did,
No,
baby.
don't do that. Don't do that. I'll stop this shit
Oh,
without no
yeah,
exit. Where can they
baby.
find you, bro?
They can find me.
Oh,
You understand? Whining and dining with kings and queens. That's Surreal 469 on everything.
That was for protection.
Where can they find you, Jack?
You can find me at 1989 TRE.
It's not AMSR. You need to speak up.
You can find me at 1989 TRE. Oh, that sounds good. Hold
This
on.
is not AMSR, dog.
It just sounds so weird in my own ears. Like, it's uncomfortable. That was
But
like
some people get off on it.
I know. Yo, when I did
but they
strip,
say it's not sexual.
yeah. I heard like when I did strip, the last song, when I had to do the ad lib for that, it was the funniest shit ever because I was talking about basically eating pussy, and I was like, yo, it's one of the
Do that again. Complete
funniest
with the
yeah, I
hand
did
motion.
this when I recorded it because it made me laugh. Right, I'm in there by myself. I'm in the fucking garage.
Like
And I was
you got a spoon in your hand.
Yeah. Because I dropped the beat. I decided to take the beat out, so I dropped it. I really wanted it to be like, you know, but you can't be like, it's not gonna sound right. So I was like, what noise can I
Can't be
make
like,
this right? So I was like, it was one of my favorite ad libs I've ever done because I always love rapper ad libs when you think about them and you're like, yo,
Yeah.
what are they doing?
Because you got to think technically, it's like these motherfuckers got to come back
In a room by
and
themselves,
do them.
right.
And they may sound tight, you know, on the thing, and it may sound like it's call and response on the thing, but it's
That was it right there.
But it's literally just them. I'd imagine after the song is over, just kind of bopping out to their shit, like adding their own ad libs.
Sometimes, yeah, because sometimes producers will be like, yo, why don't you try this, baby? Hey, go try this. And you like, I ain't doing that stupid shit, hey, man. I'm telling you.
And it becomes
this
the
is
biggest hit of the
and that'd
fucking
be
song.
the one, yeah. I had one on my song with my cousin, Wet Wet. We had one that he just didn't.
What was the name of the song?
Song's called Wet Wet. Get to the water.
As opposed to Dry Wet.
Oh, get to the water. Hey, now pussy again, man. All my songs about pussy. Apparently, I didn't even think about that, but it sounds like it right now. It's not even true at all. I rarely rap about pussy for real, but those two songs both, yeah.
Wow.
Wet Wet. Anyway,
Wow.
you can find me at
Please don't
1989
listen to this
TRE.
on headphones, or if you do, make sure that, you know.
You can find me at 1989 TRE on everything except for YouTube because YouTube hates me. And also, you can find us at Brent's supposed to have his list pulled up, but he doesn't have it.
On Twitter
There we
at here_pod, Facebook and Instagram Get Here Podcast, and most importantly, in case you didn't know, we have a Patreon. Patreon.com/GetHerePod. That's Patreon.com/GetHerePod. If you go there and you support, you won't have to listen to that anymore. Ladies and or fellas,
Hey, get it? Here's the thing. I don't remember. I had somewhere to take it. It went away.
you
It's been a long day. I had something. Wait. Give me a second, guys. It'll come back.
you're just gonna do it again into the microphone. That's all it is. God, end it.